Hi guys, how it's going on? It's Alexa from All the Best People Are Insane podcast. So I have a nice story for you. Well, not a nice story, a sad story, unfortunately. I will tell you about when my dad killed himself. Yeah, I know I'm not alone. There's probably many people that are watching me right now that are so like they they're going through the same story, or they have, or you will, like, eventually all of us were ending up losing our dad and our mom. So I lost my father when I was only, well, 8 years old, but I just turned it 8 years old. Like, my birthday is in June, and he killed himself August 7, 1997. So you do the math. It's been a long time, but I still miss him. I have no idea what it looks like to have a dad, because I had no dad when I grew up. Well, my mom was dating this guy who was like my stepfather. We're gonna call him Paul. And he was very nice guy, like very, very funny, very good with us. He brought us like a water slide, la ronde, like all the things that kids love to do when they're kids. So, and buying all the food that we like and that we want, and the Dunkaroos, for the one that knows what it is, a Dunkaroos. It's so good. It's like a tiny cookies with like ice icing for cake, with like the birthday cake flavor. It is yummy. They were back like at the grocery store recently, like 2 years ago or so, I would say. Well, here in Canada, I don't think I see them anymore. But tomorrow I have to do grocery, and I will look for them because I am craving them. And so let's go back to my story. So when my dad uh, killed himself, I just turned 8 years old. So at 8 years old, you don't know what dead means. Like, I thought my dad will come back eventually. I thought it was just like away for works, or like traveling or something like that. Like, in your brain, like at 8 years old, you don't understand that like yet. You're like too young. So uh my mom told me, like, apparently back in the days we had like pagers. So we used to take the phone with a wire, and we did the number of like the pager, and then he received a message, and it was only one sound only. It was like beep beep beep. And then when you were listening to like the message, it was like a voice message, right? And it was saying like, this number called you, so 819-614-2819, whatever. And you would call back that person because you knew that they have been trying to reach you, but you were unavailable. So apparently I was paging him all day long, and I was turning in circle and in circle, like in the kitchen, in the living room, everywhere in my house. And my mom thought that was so sad. Like, and now I'm a grown up. I'm not gonna say my age because I don't think it's important anyway. But I think it's pretty sad, and a weird thing happened to my hands. Like all the skin of my hand were like making like a bubble, like with like white skin, like when you like burn your skin, like if you train too much, like you do, like I don't know how you call that in English because I am French, but whatever, you know what I mean. So it was like bubble white skin and I could peel it. So all of my both hands, they were like new skin, but it hurts. It hurts as hell. Like my skin, the color of my hand skin was like pink, but like dark pink almost, like because it was like brand new skin. And apparently, I started seeing like a psychologist and everything at school. I was being followed, and I used to be good in school, and then it crashed. Like I was not good anymore. I couldn't concentrate. Apparently, I was not even able to write anymore. And I used to write my name at 3 years old, full name, and I have a big name. So, and I think as well, I was not able to read anymore. So, this is all trauma. And I remember going at the psychologist, like, she was making me do like drawing, and I don't know what the heck it means at that time, and I still don't know because she is the only one who ever like kind of made me do something with like usually they just ask questions and they're taking notes. Like I have a psychiatrist today, and I basically see him only for 5 minutes, which I think it's like ridiculous because it's like he doesn't care. He just wants to fill up my prescription. Like I'm on many medication, like too many, but apparently that's what I need. Like he's a psychiatrist. I have no degrees. I have no master. I have nothing. I'm just high school. So I think he knows what he's doing, but at the same times, the pharmacy and the doctors are making like a cut when they are prescribing a medicine. They're making money. So this is like the marketing. But let me just take a sip of my tea because I'm getting thirsty here. Sorry about that. And yeah, so what happened later, because my dad killed himself when I was a kid. I was 8 years old. If you're just starting to watch, so um, yeah. So I was 8 years old, and when I grew up, I started dating guys around the age of 15 years old. I was a shy girl, and when I fell in love for the first time, I felt like really deeply in love, kind of like obsessed over the person because I have BPD because of the trauma that when I was a children, I had many trauma, and the first of them was my dad killing himself. So I end up with this mental illness, borderline personality disorder. That's why I take medication. And for me, it's all black or white. It's either I'm depressed, or I'm in mania, or I'm anxious, or I want to spend all my money. I want to change my hair color. I want to shop. Like, I'm shopping so much, like, on the internet. I buy clothes and a bunch of, you know. So, uh, that's one of the character that you need to have to be diagnosed uh, with BPD. And I also have bipolar type 2. And I think my dad was bipolar because he was pretty much, I am like him. Like, he was depressed most of the time. I am depressed most of the time. It's hard for me just to do my grocery, my shopping, like for house stuff, like cleaning product, shampoo, etc., like makeup, whatever. But I get anxious only because I have to go shopping. Like, this is crazy. Like, the name of my podcast, All the Best People Are Insane, like, are crazy. We're all crazy, like, a little, I think. But I can be a Looney Tune. And yeah, so I have experienced hospital. I have been hospitalized many times in my life. Well, they kept me for more than a week, 3 times since 2017. Now it's 2023 or 2024. I'm so confused. Sorry. Benzodiazepine is not good for your brain. It is good because it works with anxiety that I am struggling with. Because I swear to God, if I don't take my Ativan, lorazepam, and alprazolam Xanax, I start sweating like crazy. It's like my armpits, they're like raining, and my feet get wet. In summertime, I cannot even wear sandals because like my feet are so wet, so it's like slippery, and my hands get moist, and on my cheek, like under my skin, I feel like there's like bugs under my skin, and I keep like picking and picking, and it doesn't go away until I take my meds. So many people are like, stop taking your meds, but then they know someone's schizophrenic and they're like, they have to take their meds. Well, it's the same for me. I have to take my meds because I am sick. I don't really look sick physically because it's in my head. No one seems to understand that mental illness, it's hard for us because it's in our brain. Our brain chemicals doesn't work like you guys, like me, for me. Like, I'm not talking for everyone who are suffering from mental health issues, but most of the time, like I said, I am really, really depressed. And in my head, it's like a war. It's like I'm thinking about many, many stuff at once, and it never stops. It's like I have a voice in my head, it's like my voice. And I am very strict with myself. Like, I will clean my house. Like, it always have to be clean before I. Sometimes I have to go pee, but I have to clean like almost before. So then I'm allowed to go pee. Like, this is insane. But I'm sure some of you can relate. or like I cannot sit down on the couch, watch TV, and relax until I vacuum my floor, I mop my floor, the dishes is done, the bathroom is clean. I have many animals, so make sure to change their water twice a day, their food, play with them, uh, whatever. So, yes, I love animals like more than human beings, I think. Well, not my family, like I love my family, but my animals are my everything. They're like my best friend, and I think they're the one who keep me fighting for life, for living, because living for me it's pretty hard because life sucks for me now. I recently lost the love of my life. I thought I was gonna spend my life with this guy, and I did a lot for him. He was struggling at the beginning of our relationship, and I put him back on his feet. I did many things, phone calls, yada yada yada, to help him. And then he went in jail for like almost 5 months. We barely talked. He was calling me like once or twice a week, not more. Because, well, first, it costs money. And second, I think he was like getting like crazy in his head. He thought like I was cheating on him, and he was just insecure, and he did crazy stuff like he cut, like he has a tattoo like on his leg, and it's the name of one of his ex-girlfriend. So I always been like kind of jealous because like I'm like, yeah, you have so many tattoos. Why didn't you cover it up like this? Like, and that was like his first girlfriend, so maybe that's why he wanted to keep it. Like, he kept it. Sorry, but um, he ended up taking like a shaver blade, and he went pretty deep. But the tattoo, I swear, it's still there. So the person who tattooed him, he went pretty deep in the skin. It lagged for a second. I'm sorry about that. So anyway, he spent like almost 5 months in jail, and he gained so much weight because he was Bella, be nice. Sorry, my cat like attacked my chihuahua. And yeah, so when he get out after 5 months, he gained weight because he was eating like 15 dessert daily. Like apparently people in jail were just giving him dessert in exchange of I don't know what. I don't know. Like apparently you exchange stuff in jail. I have never been in jail, and hopefully I will never go because it's not for me. Uh, I don't want to fight. I have never fought in my life before. Uh, yeah, and I don't want to get like my face like fucked. So, yeah, that's my story. Well, with my dad who killed himself and my trauma, and it's always been, well, it's almost been a year that I'm not with my ex boyfriend already, and I am still struggling with it. I'm crying every day. In December, it will be a year. It's middle of November now. I have never experienced a breakup like this before. Like, I have been depressed since he's gone. And I'm in Canada, like Ottawa. He is in Canada, Vancouver. So it's pretty far if you know your geography. And if you don't, well, you can Google it. It will give you something to do, and it's good for you to learn stuff. Like, even if it's not your country, like it's cool. So yeah, I think that was my story for today. Uh, I said pretty much everything I wanted to tell you guys, but stay tuned because I have many stories for you guys. So hope you like my video, and don't forget, all the best people are crazy. Love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like my video. Thank you.